So hello everyone, we are back again with this particular tool. So let us see some more ways we can utilize this for our better content discovery and recon for our targets. So as you can see, I have got couple of more targets which have been constantly saving over here. I'm going to show you how these targets have been saved over here in just couple of seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is how we can identify status codes of any particular target. Okay, so you can basically sort and filter that particular output as well. So what I'm going to do is quickly, I have created a file called as subs in which I have created some of the domain names for demo purpose. So I'm going to put the output of this particular subs.txt to httpx, and I'm going to say let's I just want to see the status code. So let's type status hyphen code and let's increase the threads to 100. Okay, and let's see what happens. Yep, so we have got the output of this particular domains, and you can see the status code 301, 302, 301 again. So basically all of them are giving a redirect. Okay, so this way you can identify that which particular domain is up or which particular domain is down, which is not giving you a 200 or 300. If anyone is blocking you, you also may get 403. So this is very useful for every one of us. Yeah, so there is one more way here. So what I have done over here is I'm going to put the output of this particular txt file which I have downloaded from chaos.projectdiscovery.io, and you can see over here I am going to see the status code as well as the content length as well as the title, and I want to store the responses, and I'm running the threads as 100, and I want to see the output as JSON. Okay, so you can see over here for this particular domain, you can see the content length is this much, status code is 302, title is I've not got any title, virtual host, it is not a virtual host, web server, no information. As you can see over here, this web server is running on CloudFront. So this way it is basically fingerprinting. We are doing a banner grabbing of those particular targets, and we can find out a lot of useful information which we can later on use for our pen testing and hunting. So the best thing about this is it also creates the domain name with a file, so you can just read that particular file. So let's say I want to read this particular file, which is vapi.uber.com.txt. so let me just read this file, and you can see this particular server is giving 301 status code. The server is open resty, it is giving a 301 redirect, as can be seen over here. Okay, so this is very helpful. The best test case that I like about this particular tool is you can just give the output of any particular tool as an input to httpx. So for example, I want to run sublister, let's say. Okay, let's say the domain should be hackerone.com. okay, and I want to save the output of this particular tool into let's say h1.txt. let's save it over here, and let's read this particular file. I know there is a more easier way to do this as well, but I'm going to do it this way, and after this take the output as input into this particular tool, and let's say status code, we want to see the status code. So status code, and let's say the threads we max to 100. okay, and also let's do the word count, and let's see how much time does it take. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter, and I will be able to see the output of this. Okay, so this is one more way. Obviously this is going to take a lot of time. For sublister takes a lot of time to basically get all the subdomains of hackerone.com. I'm not going to run this, but you can also run it this way and it will work perfectly fine for you. So basically you can give any std out of any particular tool as an input to httpx, and you can run it that way as well. We have also seen A simpler way of running this was just save the output of any tool to any particular file. Later on you can utilize it with the help of this particular flag, which is L, which says just give a list that you want to give. So I'm going to give the list, let's say this list, and hit enter, and this way also it will work perfectly fine. Yeah, so this was it for this video. I hope every one of you understood how you can utilize this particular awesome tool of project discovery team for your recon. Thank you so much.